confession. You know it's a really, really bad confession when I didn't start my video out like I normally do. Now you may be wondering, what's this bad confession? What's so wrong, Redneck Snack? Why are you so concerned? Why are you so bogged down over this confession? What did you do? Did you commit a crime? Did you do something heinous? Or heinous? Or however you pronounce it. Where has your mind gone, sir? Are you in the right state of mind? Or have you lost your shit? 'Cause I don't know what's up with you today, but it certainly ain't good. Yeah! Welcome back to Redneck Snack and Food Reviews, where life is too short to be simple. Now, you see I got Livewire, Code Red, and Voltage all lined up right here, right now, just for your pretty eyes to be looking at. It's a beautiful lineup. It really is. Harder to find these days, only because Mountain Dew is just dropping a new flavor every couple months. And so the demand, or the demand, kind of shifts to those flavors, kind of making these a little harder to find. But don't worry, you'll find them every store or two around the block. You just won't find them at every single store. Well, I've got some bittersweet news. Of course, you've been hearing the ruffling news through Reddit and Twitter, as they say, Instagram, maybe even Facebook or YouTube. You've heard it. They're getting redesigned. So that means all these flavors will still be around. They ain't going nowhere. You'll find them somewhere. I hear this one right here, Livewire, it's a bit hard to find some places. I could not find it in North Kakalaki to save my life. I was a little bit concerned. But not overly so, because I'm not from North Kakalaki, so it ain't my concern. And I was looking for Voodoo, which, to this moment that this was recorded, I still have not found. But Livewire, Code Red, Voltage. Good stuff, right? Amazing. Everybody loves it. That's why we still got it. Except for the sad fact of the matter. I have not tried a single one of these. Now, when I was a little kid, I may have risked it. With my picky self, I may have risked it with the Code Red. And I think I probably spit it out, if anything. I don't think I liked it. But now, that was about a decade or two ago. So, we giving it a chance where I'm not picky. And man, oh man, am I ready to tell you how I feel about these 3 Mountain Dews. And heck yeah, they're outdated. They really do show the times. These 2 right here, they came out way long ago. Back when I was a little munchkin. This one came out in 01. And this one in 03. I was 3 years old. I was 5 years old. And then this one came out in 08. I was 10 years old. I'm 23 years old, my friends. Almost 24. And I'm telling you, I've never had this one. And I've definitely never had this one. Because I remember everything since 08. And I know I ain't never touched the Voltage. I may have had this one, but I was picky. So let's go ahead and pose for this thumbnail and get to business, I guess. I like this. Something. We got a thumbnail. I'll come up with something. But anyways, So, all this talk about how good pitch black is, and I got to try it. I said it was great. All this talk about how bad or good whiteout is. I still ain't tried it. If someone wants to send me whiteout, I'll try it. I'll do a review. These 3 flavors have made it through the test of time, whether you like it or not. Can I say I like it? Well, I don't know. We're going to find that out here today. If you don't mind, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button. Could you also like, comment, and share this video? And one last thing, please check out my Instagram, Redneck Snack and Food. Now, this town ain't big enough for the 3 of y'all. I'm going to have to choose a favorite. Now, that doesn't mean any of you are going to be my favorite of all time. But your reputation strikes me as something that could be convincing. Now, are you sure that these flavors are going to be magnificent? Because I'm not all that sure. I'm not all that convinced. I need some convincing. So go on in that comment section. Now, granted, I've already done this, but go in that comment section and kind of tell me exactly why you like these flavors so much. Or what your opinion of them is. Because opinions are subjective, but they're also very convincing. So today I had in my mind that I was going to do that Pocky One Chip Challenge for 2021. Well, I got some things planned for it, so I'm going to delay it. That's going to be a fun review, by the way. Y'all better be ready for it. Anyways, I'm your dew-loving friend. And typically I have my friend Michael with me. But he's tried these. This is my own journey. This is my personal journey. So I can kind of enhance my mind a bit on these things. So I can know what I'm talking about a little bit more. Because we always hear about these blue drinks tasting like voltage. Oh, that's too much like voltage. That ain't shit. Well, folks, I'm here to try it. And if it tastes like those other things, so be it. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Alright, you're probably rolling your eyes right now, or you could be laughing. I don't know what you're doing. But we're going to do this. We're going to quit stalling. So let's go ahead and move you to the side. Move you to the side. Talk about this one. Somehow you beat out Whiteout and whatever other one was competing with you. I think it was either Supernova, something. I think it was Supernova. And I don't know. Me personally, I've never been a huge blue raspberry guy. 5 hour, get out. Code Red, get out. You can still see them. I apologize. It's not their time to shine yet. Alright. So it's charged with a raspberry, citrus, and ginseng flavor. So that sounds pretty much, a lot. But it sounds doable, and it sounds kind of, similar to a lot of flavors I've had from this brand before. Now, honestly, I'm intrigued, but I'm wondering, how does this compare to Pitch Black? I know Pitch Black had its darker notes, and it was probably one of my favorites I've had. But man, oh man, Voltage, you intrigue me. You've been around for well over 13 years. It's time for me to try you out. Oh boy, she's bubbling up, but not too much. Alright, so I like the design on the bottle, of course. Not going to be around too long. It is very telling of when it came out. Like, this definitely looks like something that came out in the thousands. You got the little, flashy lightning thing going on. And it's very basic. But is the flavor basic? That actually tastes a lot different than anything I've had from Mountain Dew. Like, I can see where people are saying that, what's that thing called? The shark one. Frostbite. I can see where they're saying Frostbite is a less flavorful one. But I think I might kind of want to backtrack on that other one I was talking about. Applebee's Dark Berry Burst. I think that's kind of a little... Well, I don't want to backtrack too much. I think I was saying that it was 80% voltage and 20% pitch black. I would say it's probably more along the lines of maybe 70% voltage and 30% pitch black. So if you haven't had that, that's that. If you want a fusion between the two, you got that option right there. This right here, it's very interesting. You get that blue raspberry flavor, but you can taste the citrus. And I don't really know what ginseng is, but whatever it is, it also kind of, I feel like it's in there. Like, you can tell. This is definitely something different. Again, it's not something I would drink every day. It's not something I would say, whoa, that's my favorite. So I'm very intrigued to see, if I ever get to try a whiteout. Very intrigued to know what exactly whiteout tastes like for this to have beat it out, Of course, people say it's like a grapefruit flavor, which is interesting, without a doubt. Yeah, I mean, it's enjoyable, and it's unique, but, again, it's not a Mountain Dew that I love. Obviously, some people loved it because they voted for it to stay around, and it's, still here. But, yeah, I mean, it's decent, I would say. It's Mountain Dew with blue raspberry flavor. What else am I supposed to tell y'all? Yeah, I mean, it's good. And then I kind of like the aftertaste of it. It really kind of strengthens, that blue raspberry kind of strengthens there. Even though I'm not a huge blue raspberry fan, I think it's pretty enjoyable. But it's not something I would go crazy for, I would say maybe a 7 or a 7.5. I mean, what can I say? I think I may have even enjoyed that Dark Berry Burst more than I enjoyed that. So, you may have 13 years on you, but you ain't aged like fine wine for me. All right, so Code Red. Code Red. The one flavor that I think I've probably had touch my tongue. And I think it was very cherry forward. So I don't think I loved it. But now I'm not so picky. And so I might actually like this. I like this because it's, it's got that vibe from when it was created. It was back in the early 2000s. And with it being Code Red, you got the red radar thing that would be on like the ship, I guess, which is really interesting. But it's definitely like a 2000-esque vibe, so it's really welcome. The new change up is, I welcome it, and a lot of people are welcoming it because it's really cool. Like, Anime and graphics like that are what's in. That's anything that's popping in terms of that. Of course, that was definitely like a '90s thing too for packaging, and then they're like, oh, we need to be more realistic and do some realism in the early thousands and then the tens. But now we're in the 20s, the roaring 20s, my friends, and what can I say other than kind of tipping back into the 90s? But artistry is more accurate. It's just more pristine. Everything just flows together a little bit better. So it's really cool just seeing everything become the way it is. And I really like the design for this one because it's kind of like, it looks like it's a monster, like Godzilla. So you got a Code Red. Oh, whoa, Code Red, monsters in the city. So anyways, Code Red Mountain Dew. A lot of people seem to like that a lot. So I'm giving it a chance. Again. But again, I don't remember for sure what it tasted like. So, okay. That cherry flavor though, it pops. Like this one was a lot more refreshing than the voltage from the first sip. And then that cherry just came out of nowhere. I was like, boom, hi there. I'm not just Mountain Dew, I'm Cherry Mountain Dew. I'm not sure what I think. Again, I think, it kind of throws me back to that memory, whether it's real or fake, I don't know, of me, attempting to try this. And, now that I've matured and my, taste buds have matured, it's definitely something I like more. Now, I wish I could sit here and tell you, whoa, how does this compare to Cheerwine? Because the Deep South loves them some Cheerwine. But Cheerwine's another thing I really just haven't had in so long. I would probably go with Cheerwine over this. That's just a guess. But I think it's a good flavor. And I was trying Cyclone, last week or so. And that was a good flavor. And I think I liked that more just because it had other fruits. But that was I felt like that was kind of led on by the cherry flavor as well. This is focused on cherry. So that's the difference here, is that it's got no other fruit other than cherry. And it's a good drink. I like it more than Voltage. So we can go ahead and say Voltage has lost all hope at being my favorite out of these three. But I still wouldn't say it's my favorite of all time. I would probably put it at an 8. But I still got to drink more, so. The more I drink it, the more I kind of just want it to have more cherry burst. I want more of a cherry-centered flavor than, I'm getting. So I don't know what to say to myself. It's refreshing. I'll give it an 8. Because I'm just not getting as much cherry in there now. And so I was kind of like overwhelmed by it at first. But now I'm just like, give me more cherry. I want some cherry. I want that cherry to burst in my mouth. Alright. We took a dark turn. Let's just get back on track. Okay. We're concluding this review with Livewire. This one came out in, was it 01 or 03? This part, I think I mixed them up. I think I was supposed to do the cherry one last. Oh well. So we tried those two. Now we're on the Livewire. It is Dew Spark with natural and artificial orange flavor. Now, I've never really loved orange Mountain Dew. So, orange Gatorade. I haven't tried this, so I can't tell you. But I've never really loved orange Gatorade. I do like orange juice. So this tastes like anything like orange juice. I will enjoy it. But I have not really been a fan of that orange Gatorade. It's just not my thing. I know it's probably one of the more popular ones, but it's not one of the better ones. My favorite is fruit punch. I know a lot of people like the blue Gatorade the most, but that's all aside from the point. I don't like the blue Mountain Dew the most. I could like the red Mountain Dew out of these three the most. But we're going to give this one a chance. This one is definitely the one I'm most excited for, so I'm excited as well that it's the last one I'm trying, whether it was by mistake or on purpose. But again, this one is getting remodeled, so I thought, take a picture, put it on Instagram, do a funny little review. So, all right, Livewire, what can you give me? Ooh, that is an orange extravaganza that just went up my nose. I think about it. I think it's kind of similar to that orange Gatorade, but now that you've got this Mountain Dew flavor, you've got that carbonation. I do like it a lot more than your orange Gatorade. Would I say it tastes a lot like orange juice per se? I'm going to have to keep drinking on that. But, I like this so far. So far, like that first burst, I was more excited for it than those other two. So I'm very intrigued to see where this goes. A lot of people seem to like Livewire. They like to get it in the 12-pack for some reason. Who knows? I can't explain that, but... Yeah, it's got a nice orange presence. I just feel like citrus is a more natural kind of flavor for Mountain Dew, or for a soda, Cherry and blue raspberry, they're good and all, but I just think citrus is kind of going to help drive these things, and what makes them great. That's why I, like Cyclone. That's why I like Pitch Black. I think Pitch Black is probably my favorite, personally. Out of everything I've tried, Pitch Black has been my favorite. And it's because all this stuff it uses berries and stuff and other fruits, but that citrus in there just kind of says, hi, I'm a big part of this too. I just kind of think citrus and soda just go so well together. So right now, I'm kind of leaning towards saying, hey, Livewire's got me hooked. But yeah, I definitely do like each of these individually. I'm very intrigued to see what whiteout tastes like. So if anyone wants to send me some whiteout, I would appreciate that a lot. But yeah, it's just like, I was never a huge fan of Dewscussion when we tried it. And these are decent drinks. So again, if you take decent flavors and mix them together, you're usually not going to get anything that's spectacular. So now, you break them apart, I do think I like them better than Dewscussion. Of course, I still got to try whiteout. But, they're not something I would jump for joy over. Of course, I've tried so many Mountain Dews. I think definitely what I would say is I do like Major Melon better than Voltage and better than Code Red. Probably not better than this one. I still got to take some sips. But, yeah, and I like Mary Mashup too. That's a little bit disappointing that that's not coming back. I'm sure at some point they'll have to, and I think Not this coming Christmas, but the next they'll probably have to. You know what? Just what doesn't make sense is why they don't just, do them together. Bring Snapped out and do Merry Mashup. Why they couldn't have brought Liberty Brew back alongside USA. If you can bring out these Baja Blast, Baja Punch, and Baja Flash together, you can do everything else, in multiples, I know it can be a bit crazy and overwhelming for, these stores, but I think if you want to, do some fan service, I would just bring out everything you can. You should have made 2021 a big party. I think that really would have been something else, but I guess you just didn't want to do it for us. You just putting online store exclusives out there, which is fine, but we want more in the stores as well. So fingers crossed that I get that interesting flaming hot too, But let's keep drinking this. Yeah, I just think this one just goes down more naturally. Like, it's just pleasant. It lines up together. You already got the lemon and lime flavor of Mountain Dew, and I guess some other flavor in there that drives people crazy. But just adding orange, it's not something that's contrasting it. It's not something that's screaming, "Let me out." You can definitely taste it, and it's definitely the primary thing. But it's not something that's like cherry or blue raspberry that's screaming, "Let me out, let me out, let me say my own thing." Yeah, the orange pops, especially like when you reach the end of it. It's definitely an interesting drink. I wouldn't say it's my favorite ever. I still think I'm partial to Pitch Black. But I do like that a lot, and it's conflicting me. Do I give it a 9? Do I give it an 8.5? I think I'm going to give it a 9. I am, I'm just going to go crazy. Because I think I gave Pitch Black a 10. So I think that's worthy of a 9. I think I like it that much. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I mean, as weird as it started out, and as weird as this video has been as a whole, you're watching because you want to be entertained. You're watching because you want to see what the heck I'm even talking about. Like, who even cares what someone has to say about 3 flavors that have been out for over 10 years at this point? I'm just changing it up. So, just to wrap it up, this I gave a 9. This I gave a 8. And this I'm gonna say it's 7. We're gonna be honest. So that's my review. I can definitely see why people are crazy over Livewire. For sure. It's definitely better than Voltage, and it's definitely better than Code Red, if you ask me. That's just my personal opinion. But all of them are fair. They're all fair flavors. I don't know. I don't know why people would love these two. But again, it's all about, personal perspective, personal preference. Again, everything is subjective. So that's just something to take with a grain of salt. But Livewire, you light my life on fire. You one out of these 3. So hopefully when I'm going to the gas station, I'm just nostalgic for a soda. Hopefully you'll still be around. You are getting rebranded, so you'll still be around in general. But hopefully you don't kind of fall off as something that's just purely regional. You don't deserve that treatment, Livewire. You don't. Tell these two to just back off. But in all honesty, I think Code Red is probably, out of the three, I like this the most. But I think Code Red is probably the most popular. Of course, I don't know the statistics and what people think in general. I just know what I think for sure. But this thing had freaking Zion Williamson on it. And it's got its own, I guess, what is this? This is 20 ounce. And it's got its own 24 ounce with Zion Williamson on it. So that kind of speaks volumes, I think. If you've got your own thing that's got Zion Williamson on it, then you got to be kind of popular. Maybe even more popular than the other two. But for me, it's the middle child. You know, it's good. It's fair. But I just like Livewire more. That's just me. But yeah, we got plenty of Dew reviews coming. Every Dew that comes out, I'm trying to do a review on. That includes Voodoo, Flamin' Hot, Snapped. Did I miss anything? I feel like there's something else. I'm looking for Electrifying Apple from Villa Italian Kitchen. If I can find that, then that's going to get reviewed as well. But yeah, I'm glad I got this done. I'm glad I got to talk about it. I'm glad I got to be weird with you. And yeah, so now I know what I think of these, and now you know what I think of these. So that's a good way to kill two birds with one stone. All right, folks, I held you long enough. Pretty long review, but that's how my Dew reviews typically end up being, is super long, because I have lots of fun. Well, that's it. I will see y'all around. Yay!